Funtown USA is Maine's largest amusement park. While the park is just 2 roller coasters, they feature the state's biggest roller coaster in Excalibur, and they also have an interesting mix of non-coasters, especially with the recent addition of the Haunted Hotel Dark Ride. And there's also a solid water park next door in Splash Town. So in this video, I will rank the top 15 rides and attractions at Funtown USA. Starting off the list at number 15 is Sea Dragon. This chance swinging ship offers some good airtime in the ends of the boat. On the max swings, you'll hover out of your seat for a few seconds, and this was a nice long cycle too. Number 14, Flying Trapeze. This chance swing ride has solid speed and a tilt function that gets the swings moving. Then the ride is positioned adjacent to trees, which creates some fun visuals and enhances the sense of speed. Number 13, Casino. This chance Trabant spins at a decent speed. It seems to run faster during the backwards portion, resulting in a few pops of airtime. The laterals are not as good as the wipeouts, but they're still present. Number 12, Liquid Lightning. This is a tube slide. The first half is a helix around this nice rock structure. Then the second half is a slalom section. If you're in a double tube, you are really pushed up the walls. It feels like you'll go over the edge. If you ride solo, you don't go quite as high up the walls, but you may get spun backwards, which is a thrill in itself. Number 11, Wild Mouse. This is your basic Mauer Wild Mouse. The first half is minimal braking, so you get good laterals on all the hairpin turns. The second half is braked though. The dips are sharp, but you are not going fast enough to get any airtime, which you can get in other versions that have less braking. Number 10, Triton's Twist. This is a trapdoor speed slide. Waiting for the floor to fall out is super suspenseful, and that initial plunge, while short, is still a rush. You then have a figure 8 flat turn. In past years, the park offered backboards that improved guest comfort and speed. These are no longer offered, so you may move pretty slowly here if you're on the lighter side, and you may feel some seams in your back. Number 9, Poseidon's Plunge. This is another trapdoor speed slide. This one drops straight down. It is similarly suspenseful, but I find the experience more enjoyable. It is smoother and does not lose speed because it's a single drop. Other versions out there are steeper. Even if this one doesn't lift you off the slide, it is still a thrill. Number 8, Splish. This is a pitch black tube slide. You have these S-bend sections that get your tube swaying. Then these are followed by sudden and tight turns. These are set up beautifully to be very disorienting. You can't tell which way you'll go next. Number 7, Bumper Cars. This is a great set of bumper cars. They have average speed and power, but there are 2 major advantages relative to other versions out there. 1, there is no center divider, so you can hit cars at any angle. And this park actually allows head-on collisions, which is a rarity to say the least. 2, this ride has an extremely long cycle, clocking at nearly 5 minutes in length. Number 6, Tornado. This is a pro slide funnel slide. The main drop is really good. It is steep, and it offers some airtime. This is particularly great if you experience it sideways or backwards. Then you rock back and forth in the giant funnel, which is a fun visual. Number 5, Thunder Falls Log Flume. This is a nice Hopkins log flume. Most of the layout is scenic, as it is set underneath the trees. And on the way to the lift hill, there are some small dips that feel like mini rapids. You then have one major drop at the end, which is the tallest of any log flume in New England. The drop is on the shallower side, so it doesn't have too much zip, but it does build good speed. The resultant splash is decent in size, but you can get absolutely soaked if the geysers go off. Number 4, Haunted Hotel. This is the park's brand new dark ride, and it's really impressive for a regional park. Sally did an excellent job with the story and theming. The scenes are a perfect blend of detailed practical sets and screens. I particularly like the animatronics peppered throughout the experience. Then this is also a shooting dark ride. Most targets work, and they seem to respond in some way when hit. I just wish the feedback system was more intuitive, as the gun vibrates whenever you fire, not necessarily when you hit something. Number 3. Dragon's Descent. This is arguably the best S&S turbo drop out there. This is the state's tallest ride at 220 feet, or 67 meters in height. On a clear day, you can see for miles in each direction. All sides give a bird's eye view of the park. Then, depending where you face, you either stare off into the woods or towards the Atlantic Ocean. Then the drop is great as well. It is suspenseful and powerful. You are shot downwards, so you get an abrupt burst of airtime and a brief stomach drop sensation at the start. It does mellow out for the remainder of the drop relative to other drop towers from other manufacturers. Then at the bottom, you get blasted with positive Gs before you rebound into the air. Number 2. Astrosphere. This is the world's best scrambler. In a way, it feels more like a performance. Housed inside a dome, the attraction is a spectacle. You have ELO's Fire and Hype blasting through powerful speakers. This is a great song and perfect for a ride. Then you have projectors casting images, videos, and lasers onto the ceiling. It is sensory overload in a good way, and those visuals are timed perfectly with the beats of the song. This scrambler is on the slower side, but that's deliberate to allow the show elements to shine. But it still moves fast enough to induce laterals whenever the small and large arms sync up. And coming in number 1 is Excalibur. This is the state's largest roller coaster and best overall ride. This is a CCI wood coaster tucked in the woods. The first half has some nice airtime. The large drops offer sustained floater in the rear rows. Then the turnarounds and speed hill offer ejector pops in the front rows. Then the second half instead focuses more on laterals. You have this elevated figure 8 turnaround with barely any banking, so you are forcibly pinned to the side of the train for several seconds. Few lateral moments are as sustained as this. I do wish the ride added in some extra airtime at the end, but the ride is too high off the ground to do so. It is also worth noting the park has been doing quite a bit of retrack work in recent years, including installing Gravity Group's pre-cut track in the first drop, so it is running fairly smoothly at this time. If you want more in-depth thoughts about any of the rides in the top 4, I have separate reviews already published on the channel. So that is how I rank the top 10 rides and slides at Funtown Splashtown USA. What are your thoughts on this list, or any of the park's attractions? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this countdown, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster amusement park videos here at Canobie Coaster. Thanks for watching.